Before Everett recognized her as the guardian of time, before she carried the weight of 1,000 broken futures, before Everett learned to fear the sight of violet fractures in the air, Devi Whiteheart was simply a teenager, following a trail of impossible clocks through the forest. The invitation had appeared in her pocket that morning. You were cordially invited to tea. No signature, no directions, only a tiny drawing of a top hat and a rabbit, which in hindsight should have been her first warning. The clearing she found looked like something from a dream. An endless tea table stretched between silver trees. Teacups floated lazily through the air. Pocket watches hung from branches like fruit, ticking softly in different rhythms. And at the center sat a boy that she had only ever saw once. Not much older than her, dark hair, violet eyes, an oversized top hat tilted at a ridiculous angle. He looked entirely too pleased with himself.
"You're late."
Debbie blinked.
"I wasn't given a time."
His grin widened.
"Therefore, late."
She immediately decided he was annoying. Unfortunately, he was handsome. The realization irritated her further. The boy stood and gave an exaggerated bow.
"Rowan Hollowmere, host of today's tea party, tomorrow's tea party, and several tea parties that technically haven't happened yet."
Debbie stared. What?
Excellent response. Usually people scream.
He pulled out a chair. For some reason, it appeared beneath her before she agreed to sit. She narrowed her eyes. Rowan only smiled. For the next hour, they drank tea while he asked questions that somehow felt too personal. Not invasive, just observant, like he genuinely wanted to know the answers. What made her laugh? What frightened her? Why she always looked like she expected bad news. At one point, she caught him staring. Not at her rabbit ears, not at her clothes, just her. The realization made her unexpectedly nervous. Rowan didn't look away. Instead, he rested his chin on his hand.
You know,
Devi immediately regretted those words. They were usually followed by trouble. What?
I think you're the prettiest thing at this tea party.
She looked around the completely empty table. There is literally no one else here.
Correct.
That's cheating.
It's only cheating if I'm wrong.
For a moment, she forgot how to respond. The grin he gave her afterward suggested he noticed. Years later, after timelines shattered and worlds fell apart and responsibilities threatened to crush them both, Devi would remember that first tea party. Not because of the tea, not because of the magic, but because it was the first time someone had looked at her and seen more than a duty she hadn't yet inherited. And Rowan? He would later claim he knew from the very first day. No one ever believed him.